Don't scroll. Stop for a moment because what you are about to hear may become one of the most unforgettable moments of your life. This is not an ordinary message. This is not just another video that appeared on your screen by accident. If these words have found you today, then something powerful has already begun moving behind the scenes. Your heart has been carrying questions that nobody else could answer. Why have you waited so long? Why have so many relationships ended before they truly began? Why does it feel like someone is missing, even though you've never met them? Listen carefully because today's message carries an answer your soul has been waiting to hear. Your divine love story does not begin tomorrow. It does not begin next month. It begins today. Right now, in this very moment, invisible doors are opening that you cannot yet see. Heaven has been arranging meetings, removing obstacles, delaying certain people, and protecting your heart for a reason you never fully understood. Every disappointment was preparing you for something greater. Every tear had a purpose. Every lonely night was shaping your heart for a love that will feel different from anything you've ever experienced before. Don't leave this message halfway because every minute reveals another piece of the story that destiny has been writing for you long before you were even aware of it. There is someone whose soul has been moving closer to yours without either of you realizing how close the moment has become. They have thought about a future they couldn't explain. They have felt emotions that arrived without warning. They have looked into the sky, asking questions they couldn't put into words. And somehow, without knowing your name, they have been preparing their heart for you. This is why your intuition has become stronger recently. This is why certain memories suddenly returned. This is why strange dreams, repeated numbers, unexpected songs, and impossible coincidences have started appearing more often. None of these signs are random. They are whispers from the universe telling you that your chapter of waiting is slowly coming to an end. The love you have imagined in your quietest moments has never been an illusion. It has been a promise waiting for the perfect time to unfold. Someone has been silently growing into the person they were always meant to become, so they could finally meet you without fear, without confusion, and without the walls that once separated both of your hearts. Right now, even as you listen, unseen changes are taking place. Conversations are happening that will eventually lead to your paths crossing. Decisions are being made that seem ordinary today but will become life-changing tomorrow. People are leaving places they no longer belong because destiny is making room for a meeting that cannot be delayed forever. Your divine love story begins today not because everything changes overnight, but because today is the day the invisible pieces finally begin fitting together. You may wake up tomorrow thinking nothing has changed, yet heaven will already be working in ways your eyes cannot see. Never underestimate what can happen after one ordinary day. Because many extraordinary love stories began with moments that looked completely ordinary. Someone looked at a different road. Someone accepted an invitation. Someone smiled at a stranger. Someone decided not to give up. Those tiny decisions became the beginning of forever. Your story is no different. You have survived every heartbreak because your heart was never meant to stay broken. It was meant to become stronger, wiser, kinder, and ready for the person who would finally recognize its true value. Stop believing that your best days are behind you because they have been waiting ahead of you this entire time. The delays were never punishments. They were protection. If certain relationships had worked, you would never have become the version of yourself that is ready for the blessing approaching now. Every goodbye was quietly making room for the one hello that will change everything. Your soulmate has also faced moments of doubt. They questioned whether love was real. They wondered if the person meant for them even existed. Yet every disappointment pushed them toward becoming someone capable of loving you with honesty instead of fear. They don't know your face yet, but their soul has already begun recognizing your energy. That unexplainable feeling inside both of you is the invisible bridge bringing two destinies together. From this day forward, you will begin noticing signs you once ignored. New opportunities will appear. Unexpected people may enter your life. Old chapters will quietly close. Trust the process instead of fearing it, because every ending from now on is making space for a beginning far more beautiful than anything you expected. There will be moments when doubt tries to whisper that nothing is happening. Ignore that voice. Seeds grow underground long before anyone sees the flowers. Your love story is growing the same way. The roots are becoming stronger beneath the surface even if your eyes cannot yet witness the miracle. Keep believing. Keep becoming the person your future deserves. Keep choosing hope instead of fear, because hope is often the language heaven uses before miracles become visible. One day you will look back at this exact moment and realize this was the day everything quietly started changing. You didn't notice it immediately because miracles rarely announce themselves with noise. They begin with peace. They begin with quiet confidence. They begin with a feeling deep inside that says something beautiful is finally on its way. Today is that day. Your divine love story begins now. Not because someone suddenly appears in front of you, but because destiny has finally decided the waiting season is over and the journey toward your promised love has officially begun. Hold on to faith a little longer. Smile a little brighter. Walk forward with confidence, because every step you take from this moment carries you closer to the embrace that was written for your soul long before you ever knew it existed. Your heart may not realize it yet, but somewhere, at this very moment, another heart is quietly being prepared to recognize yours. The universe never rushes true love, because what is eternal must be built on a strong foundation. While you were wondering why life felt so slow, heaven was removing every person, every distraction, and every fear that could have stood between you and your divine connection. Think about all the moments you called bad luck. The plans that suddenly fell apart. The messages that were never answered. The relationships that ended without explanation. The opportunities that disappeared just when you thought they were meant for you. What if none of those moments were failures? What if every closed door was actually protection? What if every delay was guiding you toward the one path where your true love was waiting? Today, you are beginning to understand that nothing was wasted. Every lesson made your heart wiser. Every tear softened your spirit. Every disappointment strengthened your faith. And because of that, you are now becoming the version of yourself that can receive a love unlike anything you have experienced before. Your soulmate has been changing too. They have been healing from wounds they never spoke about. They have been letting go of fears that once controlled them. They have been questioning old beliefs, learning difficult lessons, and growing through experiences that seemed painful at the time. They never realized that every step was leading them toward you. Sometimes they felt an emptiness they couldn't explain. Sometimes they smiled while still feeling that someone important was missing from their life. That feeling wasn't loneliness, it was destiny gently reminding them that another soul was getting closer every single day. There is an invisible thread connecting both of you. And no matter how many miles separate you today, that thread has never broken. It stretches through every challenge, every season, every unanswered prayer, quietly pulling both of you toward the same future. Soon, ordinary days will begin to feel different. A simple conversation could change everything. A random invitation could become unforgettable. A place you've visited many times could suddenly become the place where your life changes forever. This is how destiny often works. It hides extraordinary miracles inside ordinary moments. You may think, tomorrow will be just another day, but tomorrow could be the day your paths begin to cross. Tomorrow could be the day someone hears your name for the first time. Tomorrow could be the day your soulmate decides to take one step they almost didn't take, a step that eventually leads them to you. Never underestimate small moments because heaven often uses them to create the biggest miracles. Continue believing even when nothing seems to be happening. Continue choosing love instead of bitterness. Continue becoming the person you were always meant to be, because every act of kindness, every moment of patience, and every decision to keep your heart open is preparing you for the love story that has already begun. One day, when you finally stand beside the person who was always meant for you, you'll realize that every delay, every heartbreak, every lonely night, and every unanswered question had a purpose. You will look into their eyes and understand why nothing else ever worked. You will smile because every piece of your journey will finally make sense. And on that day, you'll remember this message and realize that your divine love story truly began the moment you chose to believe that something beautiful was already on its way. There will come a moment much sooner than you expect when everything that once felt confusing suddenly becomes clear. You won't need anyone to convince you that destiny is real, because your own life will become the evidence. The person meant for you will not arrive carrying perfection, they will arrive carrying sincerity, peace, and a heart that has finally become ready to love without fear. When they enter your life, you will notice something different. There will be no exhausting games, no endless uncertainty, no constant wondering where you stand. Instead, there will be a quiet confidence that settles deep within your soul, as though your heart has finally reached the place it has been searching for all along. This is the kind of love heaven has been protecting for you. Not a love built on temporary excitement, but a love built on trust, patience, forgiveness, and unwavering commitment. Before that beautiful meeting happens, however, one final season of preparation may still remain. Don't fear it. If certain people suddenly drift away, let them go with peace. If opportunities disappear, trust that something better is already being prepared. If old memories return, allow them to teach you instead of trapping you. Every ending from this moment forward has a purpose, because your future cannot fully arrive while your past continues to hold your attention. Release what no longer belongs to you. Forgive those who misunderstood you. Bless those who walked away. Thank every lesson that shaped your heart. The lighter your spirit becomes, the easier it will be for destiny to place the right person into your life at exactly the right moment. Your soulmate is also reaching the same point of surrender. They are learning that real love cannot be forced, rushed, or manipulated. They are beginning to trust divine timing instead of their own fears. Even if they do not know your name today, their soul is already making room for you. There are moments when they unexpectedly pause during their day, feeling as though someone is thinking about them. They cannot explain it, but their heart grows strangely peaceful. That peace is not imaginary. It is the invisible connection between two souls, slowly awakening to each other's presence. Heaven often works in silence before revealing its greatest blessings. just as the sunrise begins long before the first light reaches the horizon. Your love story has already started long before your eyes can fully see it. Every sunrise reminds you that darkness never lasts forever, and every new day whispers the same promise to your heart: what is meant for you is drawing closer. Keep believing when the path seems quiet. Keep smiling when answers seem delayed. Keep walking forward with hope instead of fear. The day will come when an ordinary hello becomes the beginning of an extraordinary forever. You will remember every prayer you whispered in secret, every tear that fell when no one was watching, and every moment you almost gave up. Then you will understand why heaven kept telling you to wait just a little longer. The miracle was never cancelled, it was simply being prepared with greater care than you could ever imagine. Your divine love story did not begin with the moment you meet your soulmate. It began the moment heaven decided that your heart was too precious to settle for anything less than the love it had already written for you. And from this day forward, every step you take, every choice you make, and every lesson you embrace is carrying you closer to the chapter where two separate journeys finally become one beautiful story that will inspire everyone who witnesses it. As this message comes to its final chapter, remember one thing above everything else: your greatest miracle has never been farther away than your next season. Don't allow fear to convince you that you've been forgotten. You have not been forgotten. You have been prepared. Every delay has refined your heart. Every challenge has strengthened your spirit. Every unanswered prayer has been quietly transformed into something greater than what you originally asked for. One day, when your soulmate finally stands before you won't ask why the wait was so long, you'll simply be grateful that neither of you arrived too early. You will recognize each other not only through words, but through peace. The kind of peace that tells your soul, you are finally home. In that moment, every lonely night, every broken promise, every tear, every disappointment, and every silent prayer will suddenly make sense. You will realize that heaven never abandoned your story for even a single second. It was writing a better ending than you could have imagined. There will be laughter where there was once sadness. There will be hope where there was once fear. There will be love where there was once emptiness. Together, you will build memories that heal old wounds, create new dreams, and remind both of you that true love was worth every moment of waiting. There will still be challenges, because every meaningful relationship requires patience, forgiveness, and faith, but this time you won't face them alone. You'll face them hand in hand with someone who chooses you every single day, someone who sees your heart instead of your flaws, someone who reminds you that real love is not about perfection but about commitment, kindness, and never giving up on each other. As you move forward from today, carry this message with confidence. Wake up each morning believing that something beautiful is already unfolding. Walk through every door with hope instead of doubt. Smile at the future instead of fearing it. Continue becoming the person you were created to be, because the greatest gift you can offer your future soulmate is the healthiest, strongest, and most authentic version of yourself. Trust the timing you cannot yet understand. Believe in the path you cannot yet see. Celebrate the blessings that are already on their way, even before they become visible. Your divine love story has officially begun, and every sunrise from this moment is another page being written. The chapters ahead will contain unexpected meetings, meaningful conversations, unforgettable moments, joyful surprises, and a love that grows stronger with every season. One day you'll tell your story and people will wonder how everything came together so perfectly. You'll smile because you'll know. The truth, it wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was divine timing. And when you finally look into the eyes of the person who was always meant to find you, your heart will quietly whisper, "This is why I had to wait. This is why nothing else ever worked. This is the love that heaven had been preparing all along." Until that day arrives, keep your faith stronger than your fear, keep your hope brighter than your doubts, and keep your heart open to every blessing that is making its way toward you. Your story is only just beginning, and its most beautiful chapter has yet to be written. Thank you for listening until the very end. If this message touched your heart, take it as a reminder to choose hope today, to believe in tomorrow, and to never stop trusting that love, in its perfect time, has a remarkable way of finding those who refuse to give up.